We are going to start in this section practicing graphing on the coordinate plane. So the first thing we need to talk about is what the coordinate plane looks like. It is a two-dimensional surface that is broken down into 4 quadrants, and you can see the names of these quadrants. It starts in the upper right-hand corner as quadrant 1. Then we have quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. The horizontal axis, horizontal is going across, which means left and right, is the x-axis. The vertical axis, the one going up and down, is the y-axis. The very center where those two cross is called the origin, and it has coordinates of 0, 0, x being 0 and y being 0. Then, when we move on to the next section, we want to talk about what those coordinates that are 0, 0 are called for other points. These are called ordered pairs because they give you the location of the point on the coordinate plane, and they come in order, alphabetical order as a matter of fact. So x comes first, and that's right or left. Y comes second, and that's up or down. So let's do some practicing. We're going to graph pairs in just quadrant 1 to start with. So the point 3, 2, we always want to put our pencil on the origin to start with. And 3, 2 means that we're going to go right 3 and up 2. So x is 3, right 2, and right 3, and then up 2, and this is going to be the point 3, 2. Then we always go back to the origin to begin. For our next point, we're going to do 1, 6. So when we start at the origin, it means go 1 to the right and 6 up, and that's going to be our coordinate 1, 6. The next one says 6, 9. That means to go 6 to the right and up 9 from the origin. We always go back to that beginning point. And then it says also to graph a point at the origin, 0, 0. Notice again that when we are in the first quadrant, that they are both positive. Okay, so x goes right and left, y goes up and down. Next, we're going to go into quadrant 2, and in quadrant 2, the x is negative and the y is positive. That means the x is going to go left and the y is going to go up. So we're going to start with the point negative 2, positive 5, negative 2, positive 5. So put your pencil on the origin, 2 to the left, and up 5. Again, we start at the origin. We're going to go 1 to the left and up 8. Then go back to the origin, and we're going to go 5 to the left and up 5. The last one that we're going to do is one that stays on the axis because we're only going to start at the origin and go 3 to the left, but 0 means we're not going to go up or down. We're just going to go 3 to the left. So remember, the x-axis goes left and right. The y-axis goes up and down. Now we're going to practice in quadrant 3. Quadrant 3 is where both the x and the y are negative. So the x is going to go to the left and the y is going to go down. And we're always going to start at the origin at 0, 0. So we're going to go 2 to the left and 5 down. So put your pencil at the origin, count 2 boxes to the left and 5 boxes down. The next point, negative 1, negative 7, we're going to go 1 to the left and 7 down. Then negative 5, we're going to go 5 to the left and 5 down. And the last one we're going to do in this quadrant number 3 is we're going to go 3 to the left and 10 down. Remember, this is quadrant 3, and both of these x and y parts of the coordinates will be negative. Now we're going to do quadrant 4. Quadrant 4, the x is positive and the y is negative. The x is going to go to the right because it's positive, and the y is going to go down because it's negative. So the point 2, -5, we're going to go 2 to the right and 5 down. So start at the origin, 2 to the right and 5 down. Then we're going to do the next point, 1 to the right and 7 down. Then we're going to do 5, -5. Put your pencil again on the origin, go 5 to the right and 5 down. Then we're going to go 3 to the right and 10 down. The last point, 0, -4, means that we're not going to go left or right, but we're just going to go 4 down. And that point is going to be right on the y-axis. The next question says, let's put these points in an xy table. So the first point we graphed was 2, -5. The second point we graphed was 1, -7. The next point we graphed was 5, -5. Then we graphed 3, -10. And then we graphed 0, -4. So you can see that you could graph them from the point in parentheses called the ordered pair, or you can graph them from the table, which is also how we can write ordered pairs. So let's graph from the table. This time we're going to mix things all up. So remember, our x-axis goes right and left, our y-axis goes up and down. If it goes up for y, it's positive. If it goes down for y, it's negative. If x goes to the right, it's positive. And if x goes to the left, it's negative. So let's start with our first point. Put your pencil on the origin. We want to go 2 boxes to the left and 6 boxes down, and that's going to be the point -2, -6. The next point is going to be -1, -5, 1 to the left and 5 down. The next point is going to be 0, -4. So we're going to not go left or right, and we're just going to go 4 down. Next, from the origin, we're going to go 1 to the right and 3 down. And then back to the origin, we're going to go 2 to the right and 2 down. It says, notice these points make a line. These points make a special relation called a linear, because it is a line, a linear function. And this is our practice on graphing on the coordinate plane.